Okay, and we're back. Now, if I've done this correctly, yes, we have two save files here. I edited this save file to update the values for Conrad, and then I loaded it back in and made a new save file, and then used my save editor to check this one, and it still shows up as the edited value. So I believe that means it's stuck, that we are good, and that hopefully, when we meet Conrad, he will not say that we shoved a gun in his face. He'll be a little more chill. And welcome back. Yes. How was your? Hope you had a nice break there. As long as we're here, how's Morgan doing?
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not now. Working on collector data. Have ruled out artificially intelligent virus. Unless it's very intelligent and toying with me. Tests. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Yes, food is excellent. That's what I did too. I took a shower. I fixed the save file. I walked to the store and bought some snacks, and I ate some mac and cheese.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone.
Alright, so we've got to talk to Jack. Because we've got Jack on the crew now, so we should go see how she's doing. To be fair, I made a frozen mac and cheese, threw it in the microwave, and heated that up. Alright, we've got Jack living in the basement.
Hey.
And yeah, cheese is like a huge part of the staple foods for where I'm at. Wisconsin is widely known for its cheese. Alright, how's Jack doing?
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm still finding out about me. Thanks for letting me look at these files.
If they're helping you, that's good enough for me.
Don't be my buddy. You need me to kill for you, I need you for these files. Let's leave it there. Your friends at Cerberus are into some nasty things. I'm gonna find something I can use. I just know it.
What if the answers aren't what you expect?
I'm not looking for answers. I'm looking for names, dates, places.
Yeah, it was the box stuff.
What happens when you find what you're looking for?
I go hunting. Anyone who's screwed with me pays. Their associates pay. Their friends pay. The galaxy's gonna be a lot emptier when I'm done.
It was, I believe, white cheddar, spiral noodles, I don't know what the correct term for those noodles is, and some bacon bits.
What's your history
Quite
with
tasty.
Cerberus?
They raised me in a research facility. I escaped when I was a kid. Been on the run ever since. And they've been chasing me ever since. But soon, I'm gonna chase them.
Yeah, Jack, do you want like a room?
You don't have to live in this pit, you know.
It's dark, quiet, and hard to find. That spells safety to me. You know, this ship is a powerhouse. You could go pirate. Live like a king. I could help.
What do you mean, Jack?
You'd be my first mate?
I'd lead the boarding party and handle the executions.
What is it about killing that fascinates you so much?
I figure every time someone dies and it's not me, my chances of survival go up.
I should go.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
Yeah, let's see what she's got here.
What do you think of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob doesn't know who he is, but that's not my problem. Miranda's a Cerberus bitch. Knew that before she opened her mouth.
What do you think of our mission?
I don't care. I'm out to survive it, then cut loose.
I picked up a lot of resources. Can you use them to help against the Collectors?
I ran across the schematics for making L5X implants. Still got them in my head. You want to know what I need? Not usually my thing, but I've learned how to get things done on my own.
Okay, that's good. Biotic implants are always useful. Also, she memorized the schematics for biotic implants. That seems like it would be extremely difficult. Subject 0 biotic boost. Jack gets a plus 20% biotic damage. That's really good. Yes. Jack is heavily about biotic damage. That's basically her entire shtick. We'll learn more about Jack when we do her loyalty mission, like what the deal is. Oh, how do you guys feel about having her living downstairs?
Collectors hit the Ferris Fields colony.
Oh.
Everyone's gone.
Shit! We're going to make those dirty buggers pay.
How's it going, guys?
What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Oh, that was something you missed last time when I was doing my shopping trip on the Citadel. I didn't really do anything fancy, but one of the shops was selling the food that our cook wanted. So I can go give him his upgrades. Or his rations, whatever it was he was looking for.
The Commander's put together an impressive team. I've never worked with so many aliens before.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo. Here, try a bite.
That sounds delicious.
Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
Gardner, your heart's in the right place, man, but good lord. Alright, let's go just check my cabin real quick. I want to see how my room's looking, because we haven't checked in a while. And I could show off another purchase we made. The space hamster. And we bought a few ship models. We've got the Destiny Ascension, the Normandy SR-1 compared to the Normandy SR-2. You can see how much bigger the SR-2 is. The thing is absolutely massive. A Turian frigate, a Geth ship, I believe a Geth cruiser is what it's called. We've got my helmet that we picked up from the Normandy crash site. That is Shepard's original helmet from Mass Effect 1. We got some music here. If you're feeling nostalgic for Mass Effect 1, you can put this back on. Is this... yeah, what plays when you first go to the Citadel. Alright. Our hamster actually gets quite a bit of roam of the ship, to be honest with you. That seems to be mostly his home when we're not up there.
The Elusive Man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
Uh-oh. The Elusive Man wants to talk. I don't like it.
Jack's tattoos are beautiful. As colorful as her past, I'm sure. I have concerns with her temper, though.
You have worries about Jack?
I know she'll be solid under fire, but her attitude suggests deep personal issues. She pushes people away, yet approaches sex casually. I don't think she understands her own motivations. I wouldn't be surprised if she makes advances on you. If you want her respect, think twice.
I'll do my best not to piss her off.
Please warn me if you fail. I want a chance to hide. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, well, let's go talk to the Elusive Man and pick up our story mission. Looks like we're getting right into it. Just to check, could I even use the terminal and fly around right now, or is it going to lock me into this? I think it locks you in.
Change of plans, Commander. Urgent message coming in from the Elusive Man. Patching him in through the comm room.
Yep, there is no switching this. So we are going to go off and start a story mission. We're going to get to meet a new enemy type. We are going to get to see an old familiar face, and we're going to fight one of the coolest bosses in this game.
Shepard, I think we have them. Horizon, one of our colonies in the Terminus systems, just went silent. If it isn't under attack, it soon will be. Has Mordin delivered the countermeasure for the Seeker swarms?
Not yet.
Let's hope he works well under pressure. There's something else you should know. One of your former crew, Kaidan Alenko, is stationed on Horizon.
Last I knew, Kaidan was Alliance. Why is he out in the Terminus systems?
Officially, it's an outreach program to improve Alliance relation with the colonies, but they're up to something. And if they sent Commander Alenko, it must be big. I suggest you take it up with him.
We should send a message to the Citadel. The Alliance can give us reinforcements.
Not until you investigate. I don't want the Alliance getting in our way. Once you have the situation under control, I'll send the message personally.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew? I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you, especially if they're working for the Reapers. They might be going after him to get to you.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
This is the most warning we've ever had, Shepard. Good luck.
Joker, set a course for Horizon. I've got to go see the Professor.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ugh.
Tell me you have something.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're off.
Look,
Hey, there's our guy.
got a problem.
Still can't calibrate the targeting matrix?
Those defense towers are useless if we don't figure it out.
Sorry, Commander. Getting our comm systems back online takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame that one on me, too.
People out here don't trust the Alliance. It's nothing personal. What is that?
Get everyone to the safe house. I'll cover you. Run! Hurry!
Assuming control. We are the harbinger of their perfection. Prepare these humans for ascension.
Alright, time to go fight some collectors, which is going to be tough. Collectors come with a new type of shields that we haven't seen before, biotic barriers, which work a little differently from regular shields. There are certain abilities that are specifically strong. Warp for sure is. Let's take a look at what else we've got. They also have armor frequently. I might go... Grunt is a solid choice just because of how tough he is. Garrus isn't actually going to be that useful here. Mordin is not going to be that useful here. Miranda is looking like a strong choice. Yeah, Zaid's not very helpful. He's not going to be very... Jacob's not helpful. Jack is a potential. Warp ammo and shockwave are both nice. I think we're going to do Miranda. I think Miranda's going to be the best choice here. Because Miranda comes with that squad bonus. Do we have the alternate appearances for Jack? We do. Let's give Jack a jacket. Alright. Assault Mastery is going to give me more health, more weapon damage. It is going to decrease the recharge time of my powers. That's potentially the smart choice here. Alternatively, increase in the damage on my guns, adding additional 10% weapon damage as fire, could be useful for armor. Freeze them slightly longer, that doesn't seem like it's going to be the right choice. I think we'll do this for now. It's been a while since we've had Miranda with us, so let's take a look. We're going to want Warp up. Probably. Warp is going to do... Detonates any biotic powers already affecting the target, such as pull or singularity, causing further damage. Effect against armor and biotic barriers. 160 points damage versus increasing weapon damage by 6%. Actually, quite a bit more, by 8.5. And health by 7.5. And as well as the entire team's health and weapon damage. No, we're gonna go with Warp. I want her Warp to be strong. Grunt, give me slightly better ammo on you. Okay. Armor 300 and health 510. Oh, that's another unique thing. Grunt doesn't use shields. He has recharging armor. I've got shield. Miranda has shields. I've got a barrier. So we actually have different types of. You can see the different types of things there that you get to burn through. I can't remember which class it is that gets armor. I think it's engineer, which isn't what he is, but I believe that's if you're playing as an engineer, you actually do get armor as a ability. All right, check. Gun loadout. Carnifex and Shuriken sound good. Man, that Shuriken is amazing. How is that so good? Grunt's got his Claymore and the Maddock. Alright, everybody, I want your power on. Incendiary, Incendiary. Grunt, flip weapons. Shepherd, flip weapons. Give me incendiary and incendiary. And Shepard, once you're done with that, flip to your final weapon. Give me incendiary. Alright. That is about as good as anybody's gonna get.
We're groundside. Morton, you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty impossible, but in limited numbers should confuse detection make us invisible to swarms. In theory.
In theory?
Experimental technology. Only test is contact with Seeker swarms. Look forward to seeing if you survive.
Oh. We've got some enemies. Let's move forward. Get into cover here. Miranda, give me a warp on that guy.
I'll put them down.
My shields are down.
Whoa, who's hitting me?
Now let's finish you off.
Now, on it.
Damn.
I'll put them down. On it.
Firing now.
So, one thing we're going to have to watch out for here, it doesn't happen during this fight, but we are very quickly going to meet one of the unique aspects of the Collectors.
On the ground, now!
Engaging target.
Okay. That's first fight clear. That went pretty smoothly, honestly. I'm impressed with how well we dealt with that. The enemies seem to drop pretty quickly. Miranda's warp is doing good work. Grunt's concussive shot apparently works on barriers, which I didn't think was a thing. I'm actually going to read that right now. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it working on barriers, but it apparently does, which is really good. That's extra damage I can pump out. Data pad. Let's get steal some people's money. We're here to save and rob this colony. Yeah, the sound effects on the Collector is really neat. They're a really cool design. I really like the style here. Oh, it's so neat. Unfortunately, they also make some terrifying noises in a minute. We're gonna get to hear that.
The Collectors are disrupting communications.
We're on our own now.
Yes. Yes, they are. It's the same thing where like they're those little punchy, like you can literally just walk up and punch them and they fall apart. Oh, hello.
This will put them down. Easy enough.
Thunder shield.
Burn and die.
Easy enough.
Hey, look, husks. As if we needed any more proof that these guys are working with the Reapers.
Firing now.
Impact shot.
Affirmative. Understood.
Nice.
Yeah, right
I'm
under
on
it.
You bet.
Well, this is almost too easy. Hold up. Nope. Okay, yeah, we're still on insanity. I was like, did my save file editing change
Those
something?
things look like
But
the husks the Geth used on Eden Prime.
The Geth got that technology from Sovereign.
Then your elusive man was right. Collectors must work for the Reapers.
we are in real good shape here. If we're melting them this quick, this is a very good sign. That said, some ammo would not go amiss. There we go. There we go. Dead collector.
This looks interesting.
And a dead husk.
Sort of looks human. This one of the colonists?
No. On Eden Prime, victims were turned into husks by impaling them on spikes. We haven't seen any. The collectors must have brought the husks. They're taking the colonists alive for something else.
Yeah. Yeah, Shepard, let's be clinical with this.
These aren't the same creatures I fought on Eden Prime. They're more advanced. Evolved.
They still die when you shoot them.
Good call, Grunt.
The collectors must be experimenting on the colonists. What are they up to?
Speculation will get us nowhere. It could be anything.
Guess we'll find out when we stop them.
The collectors aren't getting away with more victims. Let's move out.
Yes, sir.
Alright, keep collecting ammo. We gotta make sure we're fully stocked. Ooh.
Just like Freedom's Progress. Entire colony gone.
Oh, I don't like that there's collectors to the left and I don't have cover. I'm really hoping that wall is going to count as cover or I'm about to die. Here's the plan. Pop a barrier. Or they just won't see me? Nice.
On the ground.
Well, this is going far too well.
Engaging target.
Wait, Miranda just took damage. She's really close to me. What's going on? Oh.
You bet.
On the ground, now!
Come on.
Right.
I'm on it. You bet.
I'll take them. Hold fire, Shepard!
Okay, I think that's it. Yes. Alright, let's keep yeah, we're just melting these guys. This is a very good sign. I was genuinely nervous about fighting the collectors. I thought they were gonna absolutely shred me, but they're dying quite quickly. That said, we have not met some of their more advanced forms, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue. This submachine gun is insane. And this is the base, like, this isn't even DLC. This is just the submachine gun you start the game with. There are much more powerful submachine guns coming that we will be seeing. Oh. Miranda, Grunt.
Good work.
Let's do some exploration. Yep, we can just head on through the relay. We're done. Collectors don't stand a chance. No, that wouldn't work. All right. We've got one of the frozen colonists here.
Seems to be some kind of stasis field. Keeps you conscious but completely helpless.
They've been like this a long time.
Let's keep exploring. I want answers. Oh, we got the little pods. I feel substantially more ready for missions involving collectors, which is good. There aren't that many of them. You don't fight the collectors too often, but the missions you do fight them are a nightmare. Oh no. Well, I know what comes up in this next area. So that's a new heavy weapon we just picked up, the Collector Particle Beam. It's a beam weapon. It fires a continuous stream of energy, eats through your ammo pretty quickly, does a ton of damage. If I can save right here, we are going to, because I have definitely died on this mission before. Not even on Legendary. Or in this room, I should say. Because we are about to meet one of the more advanced forms of the Collector.
I am assuming direct control. You will not stop me. I know you feel this.
So that guy back there, Harbinger.
Impact shot.
I'm on it. My shields are down.
Oh my god.
Attacks will tear you apart.
Engaging target.
This hurts you.
Oh god.
Will no pain, Shepard.
Oh god.
My attack will tear you apart. Face your annihilation.
Oh god.
Cannot resist.
So now that we've killed him, he can actually jump to any of the other guys. So he's not dead. He is temporarily out of the battle, but at any moment he could just pop up and it'll restore them to full health. Come on. So we need to take everybody else down quick, because if we leave anybody standing, they can turn into a new Harbinger.
Assuming control.
Like that.
Direct intervention is necessary. Impact
Not a problem.
Got it. My attacks will tear you apart.
Easy enough.
Oh, Miranda, you're gonna die.
I'm on it.
This hurts you.
Good night, Miranda.
Power is unmatched.
Oh no, there's more coming. That's very bad. Miranda's dead. Oh dear.
Found a target. Yeah. Yeah, right on your ass.
Oh. Nope, not done. I was supposed to be like, oh, are we done? No, not done. Matter of fact, several not done. Not done times many. That's a problem. If one of these turns into Harbinger right now, I am in a big I am in a bad way. Okay, 2 left. There is one immediately around that corner. And Grunt is dead. Wait, pull up the submachine gun. Okay. Is that it? Yes, that's it for now. Alright. So yeah, the Collectors and Harbinger. Quite difficult when they're all working together. Harbinger himself is insanely powerful, or the Harbinger controlled drone is really powerful. They have that weird flame ball thing they can throw that sets people on fire, that little seeker swarm they can throw, it does a ton of dot damage. Yeah, very unpleasant. But we made it through that fine-ish. Even used my biotic charge. I haven't used that in a while. Sometimes I forget that I'm a Vanguard. There we go. Alright. That is about the halfway point of the mission.
Company, get out here, now!
You're human. What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
You had to hear them try to get in. Seems like it's hard to hide from the Collectors.
Those things are Collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, you know, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space.
No, they got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Name's Delan. Mechanic. I came down to check on the main grid after we lost our comm signals. And I heard screaming. I looked outside and there were swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors.
Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Commander Alenko here and built those defense towers. It made us a target.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Commander Alenko? Heard he was some kind of hero or something. That made nothing to me, though. Would rather he'd stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what he was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling he was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online. So the Alliance gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's fault?
We're just a small colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those damn defense towers and drew attention to ourselves. I left Council space to get away from the Alliance. Nothing good ever comes from getting mixed up with them.
The Collectors are targeting remote colonies. The Alliance was trying to help.
I don't need their help. Too many strings attached. That rep said he was just here to get the towers online, but mark my word, there's more to it.
If you have defenses, we can use them against the Collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
We can figure it out. Just tell us where to find it.
Head for the main transmitter on the other side of the colony. Pretty hard to miss. The targeting controls are at the base.
It's probably just better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
Alright. So we're going to try to reactivate this colony's defensive grid. Calibrate it, and hopefully drive off the collectors. And while we're at it, see if we can look for Kaidan. Oh boy. Gotcha. Alright, I know where I am. Trying to remember all these rooms. Shepard? That's not the wall you're supposed to be looking around. There we go. You got it. Took him a minute.
Understood. Careful, Shepard.
Where the hell is Grunt?
This is what you face. I know you feel this.
What the hell are you idiots doing?
Face your annihilation. This hurts you.
Guys, we got a problem.
Engaging target.
My attacks will tear you apart.
This way. Alright. Oh no. I didn't think we'd see these guys yet. That's dangerous.
Taking fire.
Oh no! Yeah, those shockwaves are really powerful. Okay, that's fine. So now that I know he's there, we can plan on that and be ready to get Miranda back up, because that was the majority of my issue there, was Miranda being dead. So just keep an eye out for the Scion. They dangerous. Don't play around. Watch the husks, they're gonna try to run at you.
Heavy weapons.
I hear him. Man, Grunt, could you not?
This hurts you.
I'd love it if you didn't get quite so far forward, guys.
Replay. Your form is fragile. Your form is fragile. This hurts.
Okay. That's fine.
Engaging target.
If I can kill the other collectors first and leave Harbinger up, that's actually really helpful, because then he doesn't have anyone to jump to.
Engaging target.
So, like, that's good. We want this situation right now that we're in.
Not a problem. I'm on it.
We want this situation slightly less.
You bet.
Team, fall back.
Now let's finish you off.
Right.
And that situation even less.
Your genetic destiny. This hurts you. This body does not matter.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. Oh god. So that's Grunt on the ground, Miranda on the ground. I hear a Scion very nearby. Can I spend a Metagel that spent 2? Okay. I wonder why it only costs 1 sometimes and 2 others.
Mount that one.
Got it.
Not a problem.
This is weird. My normal solution to Scions is sniper rifles. I don't have one of those right now.
Here we go. Affirmative.
Got the target.
Okay, Scion is down.
Mount that one.
Nice. I'll take 1 death to a Scion. That's not bad. You know, Scions are insane, so yeah. Oh, they got some lawnmowers out here. At least I think these are lawnmowers. Like space lawnmowers. Yeah, that's fine. 1 death to a Scion that I didn't know was there. That's not a big deal. If I would have known he was there that first time, I would have probably gotten Miranda back up. But I didn't want to waste the Metagel. Turns out I should have. Live and don't learn. Another dead collector. Biotic damage. Interesting.
How come we don't see more frozen people around?
The collectors have already loaded them onto their ship. We're running out of time.
Yeah, let's see how we're doing on ammo on my other guns. Reload everything. There we go. Make sure we're full up on ammo. I think the next room's the end of the mission. That or it might be 1 more in there that I'm forgetting about, but we're very close to the end of the mission right now. This went much more smoothly than I was concerned about. That said, the final fight is definitely the toughest fight in the mission. But I'm not too concerned. This has gone very well. And I've been saving my heavy weapon ammo specifically for this fight. I wanted to have as much, oh god, I am blanking on my brains. There we go. There we go. I can pattern recognition. It's there. It's fine. Oh yeah, totally. This is the final room of the mission, and this is one of the toughest fights in the game. But fortunately, I knew it was coming, so I saved my big gun. Let's just get a feel for where we are and what's going on. We've got some husks. Husks don't scare me. Those do. Come on, team. Be careful. There we go. Nice. Not so nice. We gotta be real careful with those Scions. They hurt. Like that. And they put that goop on you. Oh no, Miranda's down. Miranda, get back up.
Burn and die!
We'll put them down.
Nice. Ow. How did that hit me? Good lord.
99. Affirmative.
Like, why am I not healing right now? Ah, we're fine. Oh, Grunt is actually dead. There's a rarity.
Ego. I'm on it.
Okay, give me my shotgun.
Now let's finish you off.
No shield.
Okay, now that one of them is down, this is going to be a lot easier. I'm going to stay back for a minute here to make sure that thing can't hit me while my shields recover. Oh man, that shockwave is so strong. Oh, there's Grunt.
Now let's finish you off. Not a problem. Found that one.
Nice.
There's the transmitter.
And I didn't have to spend the Metagel to get Grunt back up. That is not the hard part. That part can be hard. That part can very much be hard, but that is not the hard part. The hard part is going to be the next thing that happens. Before we do that, I'm going to survey this area very quickly. See if I have any more Metagel around. Just do a quick loop. Make sure I'm not leaving anything sitting out and about. Yes, like that med gel right there. Got 3 revives. Good. Good, good. Alright. Oh, for the love of God. Are you serious? There we go.
Normandy, you copy?
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
EDI, can you get the colony's defense towers online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
The Collectors will try to stop it. Good.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Okay. Team, fall back.
With you. Understood.
Team, fall back.
Understood.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Stay in cover.
I know you feel this.
There's no reason to expose myself early.
Of the universe bend to me.
I'm not on a timer here.
This fragile.
Trouble ahead. Here we go.
This body's pain
I'm
is
on it.
irrelevant.
Oh, good God. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, maybe we need to be a little more rushed than that. Team?
With you.
Iconic.
Right behind you.
Assuming control.
Be right there.
Right, Shepard.
Going to cover.
Moving to cover. This hurts you.
Let's try and stay in cover this time.
Not a problem.
against us. Yeah. Your form is fragile. You're right.
Stay in cover. We don't want to be poking our heads up for too long.
I know you feel this.
Very good.
Easy enough.
Form is fragile. Oh my. This is what you face.
Damn.
You cannot resist.
My, this is annoying.
Understood.
Nothing stands against us. My attacks will tear you apart.
I need to move forward a little bit to get in range of these guys.
Easy enough.
But if I move too far forward,
I'm on it.
I'm giving them a line on me, which is a problem. Let's try to get over here.
Engaging target. Out that one.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Stay safe. Watch that assassin in the back. Ah.
Not a problem.
I'll put them down. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Shields have failed.
That's fine. We're totally fine.
This hurts you.
Heading to cover.
Ow. Ow.
My attacks will tear you apart. The forces of
Oh, Miranda's down. I'm like, why am I not getting a warp?
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will. You will know pain, Shepard.
This is annoying. Okay, let's move around the side a little bit.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Oh, let's not move around that side though.
We are your genetic destiny.
Affirmative.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like this side actually, as it turns out. I'm a fan of the original side.
This hurts you.
Not a problem.
On the ground now.
Come on. Come on.
Bypassing fail-safes and attempting emergency power. Please hold a defense tower.
That's through my shield.
What is happening? Oh no. What the fuck was that? I think one of them flew over the wall and landed behind me. Oh. This is gonna hurt. Okay, let's try falling back to a different spot.
Will not stop me.
Yeah, let's get back over here.
Here goes. Engaging target.
No, 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 no. I did not want you to do that.
Engaging target.
I know.
I've got no shield.
No. This is the problem. This is a big problem.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Easy enough.
I got it. My attacks will tear you apart.
This isn't great.
Affirmative.
Form is fragile.
No, 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 no. Stay in cover. Oh my god.
You cannot resist.
Engaging target.
I'll put them down. Bend to me. If I
No,
must
stay in
tear you
cover.
apart, Shepard, I will.
Careful, Shepard.
Bypassing fail-safes and attempting emergency power. Please hold a defense tower.
Alright, keep my eyes open. I got killed here last time, and I don't know what it was. Stay in cover.
There is no pain. There is no fear. This is true power. On it.
There we go.
Assuming control of this form. Preserve Shepard's body if possible.
Nice.
Understood.
My attacks will
Not a
tear
problem.
you apart.
I'm on it.
Nice.
Put them down. Got it.
There we go. Okay.
There will be more. There's always more.
That worked pretty well. Again, just gonna do a quick loop around, take a look for any ammo that's laying around. Matter of fact, I think we're about to get the
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 40%.
More coming. Attention.
Oh, I don't really like that I'm standing this close to an explosive barrel.
Not a problem.
Should have run. Now you'll cry.
Nice. Good job, Grunt.
Yeah. You're assuming control. Only damage the vessel. This is what you face. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Oh, I don't like this.
You cannot resist. Yeah, right on your ass.
Alright, take out all the other ones first, so that he doesn't have backups to jump to.
Our power is unmatched.
Miranda's down, I definitely need warp.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 60%.
No, Miranda.
Protocols to Normandy systems. Continue to protect the tower.
Lost shield.
Oh, that's not where I want to be. Okay.
Destroying this body gains you nothing. I know you feel this. We fight as one.
Well, this is certainly annoying.
We fight as one.
Okay.
Feel this. Yeah.
Can't reach the target. Can't get a lock. Can't target them. Can't reach the target.
Attacks will tear you apart.
Can't get a lock.
I don't know why I couldn't jump to that guy. It's very odd. Alright, Miranda's back up, didn't have to spend the Metagel, so I've still got 2 left.
Ready. There's got to be more.
I believe this is where we get to fight the fun enemy. Yes.
EDI, we need that system online.
A new one. 9-9. Easy enough.
Got it.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 100%. I have control.
Got one. You bet.
Okay, we're gonna keep moving.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
Engaging target. Attack didn't work.
Easy enough? With you. Understood.
Alright, keeping moving. We want to keep some distance between me and that thing. Shepard, that is the wrong side of the cover. Thank you. What is hitting me?
Mount that one. That was ineffective. Not a problem.
Huh.
Multiple impacts. Collector vessel is taking damage.
Here we go.
Got the target.
That was ineffective.
Got him. That used all of my heavy weapon ammo.
They have most of the humans on board. They got what...
No! Don't let him get away!
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something!
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
It was a good fight, Shepard.
Shepard? Wait.
Oh, what's going on here?
Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan. And a ghost.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
Oh, we even get the Mass Effect 1 menu music here.
I thought you were dead, Commander. We all did.
It's been too long, Kaidan. How have you been?
Is that all you have to say? You show up after 2 years and just act like nothing happened. I would have followed you anywhere, Commander. Thinking you were gone. It was like losing a limb. Why didn't you try to contact me? Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
Yeah, I was in a coma, Kaidan. I died. Yeah, I'm not gonna get defensive about it though. That's probably not the right option. I would in real life. This would definitely be what I would respond with in real life. But given this dialogue wheel, this sounds much more reasonable.
I was out for 2 years. You've moved on with your career and your life. Why reopen old wounds?
I did move on. At least I thought I did. But now we've got reports about you and Cerberus.
Reports? So much for security.
Alliance intel thought Cerberus might be behind the missing human colonies. I got a tip this colony might be the next one to get hit. Anderson stonewalled me, but there were rumors that you weren't dead, that you were working for the enemy.
Yeah, let's go with I don't work for Cerberus.
Cerberus and I want the same thing. To save our colonies. That doesn't mean I answer to them.
Do you really believe that? Or is that just what Cerberus wants you to think? I wanted to believe the rumors that you were alive, but I never expected anything like this. You've turned your back on everything we stood for.
Kaidan, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. They could be using the threat of a Reaper to manipulate you. What if they're behind it? What if they're working with the Collectors?
Typical Alliance attitude. You're so focused on Cerberus that you're blind to the real threat.
No, yeah, Kaidan's absolutely right. Especially with everything we saw in Mass Effect 1, like, Shepard here in Mass Effect 2 is way too quick to trust Cerberus.
I can see you won't listen to reason.
You show up after 2 years and tell me you're working with Cerberus. What does reason figure into any of this? You've changed. But I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
I could use someone like you in my crew, Kaidan. It'll be just like old times.
No, it won't. I'll never work for Cerberus. Goodbye, Shepard. And be careful.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Alright, well there's one more of our crew from Mass Effect 1. Unfortunately, won't be joining us.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the Collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony, and more than we've accomplished since the abductions began. The Collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
Yeah, lure them in.
I wondered if you had something to do with that attack. Kaidan said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus.
I released a few carefully disguised rumors that you might be alive and working for Cerberus.
I see. What were you trying to prove?
I suspected the Collectors were looking for you or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. It was a risk, but I couldn't just wait for them to take another colony. You understand?
We have to make sure they don't abduct anyone else.
I want the Collectors stopped for that very reason. That's why we're doing this, Shepard. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna blow up at him here. Weird, that'd be weird to do.
It was hard to see Kaidan again.
And now it's done. Best to leave those connections behind and focus on our mission. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
Something on your mind?
No, just... there's a good chance we're not coming back, even if we get it done. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is, too. Getting some closure, you know?
Alright, and as you can see by the side of the screen there, I have suddenly got a lot of new missions. Each of those little orange tabs you're seeing there is going to be new missions or research upgrades. So let's take a look at what we've got. Anything more here? No. Biotic damage upgrade. Sure. I use some biotics, so that's good. Biotic duration. Each of these require more upgrades. Heavy skin weave. Shepard gets 20% more health. Very good. Heavy Bone Weave. Shepard takes 50% less damage from melee attacks. And I believe we should be able to do... Oh, no, nothing yet. Let's take a look. I saw something about checking my email.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ.
Oh.
Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
This is a DLC. And a DLC we are doing after we beat the game. I believe this is the first time we're going to see Admiral Hackett. I think you see him here.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
Yeah, tell me more about what's going on here. We're not going to be doing this right now, but let's get the info.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Jensen is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
What is Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
Yeah, tell me about Dr. Kenson a little bit. Let's get all the info.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost in Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
Alright, so that is a mission called Arrival. That mission, yes, a priority. It is literally the last thing I will be doing. That mission was the final bit of DLC for Mass Effect 2.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Oh, Miranda wants to see me. Oh, phenomenal. I'd love to speak to Miranda. It's the final bit of DLC they released, and it kind of ties Mass Effect 1 or 2 and 3 together. Before I do that, though, we're going to do everything else in the game. So let's take a look at. So we found Shadow Sea. This is where Horizon is, because we kind of teleported there. We didn't actually travel there. There's going to be some new systems, I believe, on the map that are going to be a little hard to find because we've got so much crap cluttering everything. We have the Far Rim, which is a new system. We've got this here, Shadow Sea. And we've got the Crescent Nebula over here somewhere behind this Help Zaid box. First things first, we're going to meet Conrad now. Conrad is waiting for us on this planet over here called Ilium in the Crescent Nebula. Good, my god, we need to clear up some of this crap. Far rim, you can see recruit Tali. They've tracked down Tali. We're going to be able to get her back. Over here, we've got the Justicar and the Assassin. What we have left to do is to recruit these 3 party members. And then at some point or another, each of our party members is going to call us and say, hey, I have a mission for you, something like this, help Saeed. And we have to go do all their personal loyalty missions all over the galaxy. They're also going to open up about 7 or 8 new star systems along the way as we do that. Some of their missions are going to be in new star clusters. So yeah, let's... First things first, though, I want to stop by the Citadel. Anderson asked me to check in a while ago. I haven't done that. When I stopped at the Citadel earlier, I did not speak to Anderson or the Council. I just popped in, did some shopping, and then left. So we're going to go dock our terrorist organization ship at the public docks on the Citadel. I mostly just stopped on the wards. We found a Volus that was accusing a Quarian of stealing his wallet. Turns out he'd left it on the counter at a store. I got that taken care of and yelled at a Citadel or CSEC officer that was mostly just being racist towards the Quarian because he was assuming the Quarian was the one that stole it. Yeah, let's bring these guys along. What else we got here? Garrus, give me upgraded to concussive shot. Oh, weird. His little visor thing goes orange in this outfit. Very strange.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
So we have one of our companions here. We can recruit the DLC companion, Kasumi Goto.
With collectors, try Kasumi's credit services.
We'll pick her up at some point. We met Captain Bailey.
Yes?
How'd you end up working on the Citadel?
I started with the Alliance way back when, but the traveling was killing me. It's a shitty life if you're trying to raise a family, seeing your kids every 6 months. I joined CSEC so I could stay in one place and put down roots.
Voiced by...
I should be going.
One of the characters from Battlestar Galactica. What was his name? He was the second in command, the XO on the Galactica. We found this Krogan here that was looking for fish in the lakes, and found a janitor who told us there are no fish in the lakes because the lakes are water reservoirs, so we told him that. He's very disappointed. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Did the shops, did the Krogan. Let's go talk to Anderson. There he is, there's my boy.
This meeting would be more productive if Udina was to join us.
My advisor is unavailable. As counselor, I represent the voice of humanity and the Alliance. Shepard will be here and... Oh, Commander. We were just talking about you.
It's been a long time, Anderson. I hope the last couple of years have treated you right.
There have been some rough spots. It's good to have you back.
We've heard many rumors surrounding your unexpected return. Some of them are unsettling.
We called this meeting so you could explain your actions, Shepard. We owe you that much. After all, you saved our lives in the battle against Saren and his Geth.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists in the Terminus systems. Worse, we think they're working for the Reapers.
Anderson's over here like, let's be careful with this we.
Knew this when they left Council space. You're missing the important part, Counselor. The Reapers are involved.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.
Shepard, no one else encountered the hologram on Ilos that told you the truth about the Reapers. Only you and your crew ever spoke with Sovereign. I believe you. but without evidence from another source. The others think Saren was behind the Geth attacks.
Go back to Ilos and talk to Vigil. Or just look at what's left of Sovereign. It's obvious the technology is more advanced than ours.
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
The Geth are capable of remarkable technological achievements. This is probably why Saren recruited them.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You have been manipulated. By Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
Saren was an organic. The Geth would never accept him as their leader. They only followed him because he was Sovereign's agent.
Saren was a compelling and charismatic individual. He convinced the Geth the Reapers were real, just as he convinced you.
It was part of his plan to attack the Citadel. The Reapers are just a myth, one you insist on perpetuating.
We believe that you believe it, but that doesn't make it true.
I guess I'm on my own. Again.
We are in a difficult position, Shepard. You are working for Cerberus, an avowed enemy of the Council. This is treason, a capital offense.
That's too far. Shepard is a hero. I'm on this council too, and I won't let this whitewash continue.
Maybe there is a compromise. Not a public acknowledgement given your ties, but something to show peripheral support.
Shepard, if you keep a low profile and restrict your operations to the Terminus systems, the Council is willing to offer you reinstatement as a Spectre.
What does that mean? Will I need to start filing reports?
That won't be necessary. This is a show of good faith on our part.
We cannot become involved in an investigation regarding the missing colonies in the Terminus systems, but Spectre reinstatement shows our support of you personally.
I accept your offer.
Good luck with your investigation, Shepard. We hope for a quick resolution and a quick end to your relationship with Cerberus.
Well, that went better than expected.
Oh,
You realize
Garrus?
the Council's offer is just symbolic. They won't actually do anything.
Yeah, might as well not burn the bridge.
Even if they don't help, I might as well stay on good terms.
True enough. Don't worry about the Council or the Alliance. I'll find some way to keep them off your back. Shouldn't be too hard. As long as you keep to the Terminus systems.
We can just send Anderson to go punch him.
We need to talk about... Shepard. What are you doing here?
I don't know what's going on in this room, but everybody's eyes are not having a good time.
Stopped by to see how Anderson was doing.
You don't have to cover for me. I invited Shepard here to speak with the Council. We just finished our meeting.
You what? Consulate, do the words political shitstorm mean anything to you?
The Council reinstated my Spectre status. They're just happy I'm staying out in the Terminus systems.
Yes, I could see how that arrangement works best for both sides. But you really shouldn't have taken a step like this without consulting with me first, Consulate.
I don't answer to you, Udina. Why don't you go to your office and think about that for a while?
Of course, Consulate. Good day to both of you.
Sorry about that. Udina's never gotten over the fact that I got the Council position instead of him. Sometimes I need to put him in his place.
Udina's just doing his job.
True enough. He's got his uses. And if you want something done on the Citadel, he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic functions I can't be bothered with.
I wonder if he's still in the same office. Like, did Anderson just go send him to sit in the same desk that Anderson punched him in?
How long did it take to get this place back up to speed after the battle?
Still counting. The main areas of commerce and the most populated wards are complete. But estimates for total restoration are sitting around 5 years. The Keepers always surprise us, though. It's like our repairs are annoying. We'll put up an ugly new bulkhead, and in a few days, they've made it seamless. We never really thought of them as heavy lifters, and I have no idea where they get the resources. But we'd never get done without them.
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the Keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
I think that's the conduit in the background there, behind Anderson. like way in the background.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there.
On the left.
But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
Well, that's good.
Cade Nolenko was on Horizon. He said he was looking into Cerberus.
I know. I approved the mission. We had to find out if they were behind the missing colonists.
Also, is
I
Grunt
couldn't tell
just
anyone
on the
without
computer
compromising
in the background?
investigation. I'm sorry.
I think he's just sitting at the desk on the computer there.
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Serving on the council isn't how I plan to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
Yeah, he can't come with us, Shepard. He's the counselor.
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Serving on the council isn't how I plan to spend
Oh,
my twilight
okay.
years.
That's the same
Knowing
thing
the
we
truth,
just did.
but I know
Alright,
how
very
important
good.
it is.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
So yeah, this is totally where we were last time. Shaira's is right over there. This is where that little entry, you know, it came out from. In fact, yeah, we're in Udina's old office here. The Elcor and Volus room should be right over there. That tower over there is the Citadel Tower. Very nice.
The Destiny Ascension has completed its 20-colony victory cruise.
As long as we're here, I'm gonna go take a quick run around the shops, see if there's anything new. Check for any quests that may have popped up, any...
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
You're damn right it's my favorite store. Okay, nothing here.
The nerve enhancements say that there are occasional
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
You got it, favorite store. What else do we got around here? Okay, nothing down here. Yeah, I should look for Elcor Hamlet. I believe that's in Mass Effect 3, where you hear it on the background. Got a nice view of the Presidium out the window here, and I'll look at the wards. I believe they named this as Zakira Ward. One of the 5 arms on the Citadel.
Fine, fine. I just need to pick up some spices. Aminodextrous and Aminosinister, if you have it.
Alright, anything over here? We're kind of going around just clearing out all the shops.
And this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Favorite store, you got it. We've got some fish. I'm going to hang on to those for a minute. I'm going to buy them later in the game. I said no, I want to buy those later in the game. I would like to buy the Sovereign model, though. Put that on my wall. Put a nice Reaper on the wall. That'll help me sleep at night. Alright. And last, this is the final floor.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Okay, everything's purchased there.
Do you have any games you'd like to trade in? You get 2 credits toward a new game.
What have we got here? Ah!
The people want to hear your story.
Hello.
Khaleesa been seen in Al Jalani, Westerland News. I interviewed you 2 years ago when you first became a Spectre? You presented your case very well on camera. Do you have a minute?
What, so you can try to do another smear job on me?
Now, Shepard, you may object to my methods, but we're on the same side. You're back, you're news. I just want to give your story its due. Sources claim you were at the heart of the Presidium during the Battle of the Citadel. It's fair to say the course of the battle hinged on your
Grunt's getting out of here.
True, you told Admiral Hackett to assist the Destiny Ascension, costing hundreds of human lives, and securing the continued dominance of the Citadel Council.
The Turians lost 20 cruisers. Figure each had a crew around 300. The Ascension, the Asari dreadnought we saved, had a crew of nearly 10,000.
But surely the human cost.
The Alliance lost 8 cruisers. Shenyang, Emden, Jakarta, Cairo, Seoul, Cape Town, Warsaw, Madrid. And yes, I remembered them all. Everyone in the Fifth Fleet is a hero. The Alliance owes them all medals. The Council owes them a lot more than that. And so do you.
Commander Shepard, first human Spectre. Hero of the Battle of the Citadel. Check bid. We get it? Great. Bull rushed on my own show.
Yeah. Yeah, you can complain about that, lady. That's great. I believe that's it. That's every shop checked.
You know what's good? Alliance Corsair. The battles are pretty realistic, but it's still fun. And you can install it on an Omni tool.
Yeah, that's everything checked. The only thing we'll need to come back to the Citadel for are missions now. I believe all the quests are complete. There's really not much on the Citadel in this game. You don't spend that much time there. Let's talk to...
Commander, you've received a new message at
Oh,
your
good
private
lord,
terminal.
now what? Unread messages. Thank you again from Samesh Bhatia. Oh! Mr. Udina offered to pass on a message for me. I wish to again express my thanks for your assistance in retrieving my wife's body. While nothing can ever banish the pain of losing Nirali, being able to see that her body was treated properly helped me more than you can imagine. I've opened the restaurant that my wife always wished to start back here on Earth. Nirali's picture hangs on the wall, and Alliance soldiers eat for free. It's the least I can do to honor the courage with which both you and my wife have served humanity. Sincerely, Samesh Bhatia. That's the gentleman we met back in Mass Effect 1. Wonderful. Title: Untitled. From Error, invalid sender name. Hey Shepard, I heard I have you to thank for getting me out of Purgatory. Sent a ship to round me up, but they didn't weapons check good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine into my next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead? Haha. You did take a shot at me on my way... you did take a shot at me though on my way out, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me that you let anybody hurt you, they get ideas, so you make sure to send the message. Not like I'm sending now though. See you around. The people who live here are coming back and it's showtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure you find it before I find you. Billy. Great. Robin Reeve. Commander, the Alliance soldier here gave me this contact information. I hope this reaches you. You said you were trying to stop those collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Do you know where they are? I know you're looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family lost someone. The children are the worst. Empty desks at the schools, winter clothes that never got worn. Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything, the Council isn't doing anything. If you can find our people, I'm begging you to do something. Tell me something I can do. Tell me anything, Robin Reeve. I'm assuming this is one of the other colonists on Horizon. And Shadow Broker Intel. We are aware that your old friend Liara T'Soni has been hunting for the Shadow Broker for several years. We wouldn't mind helping her in that hunt, given the broker's past work for the Collectors. We recently uncovered some information that may give Liara a lead on where to find the Shadow Broker's base of operations, but unfortunately she doesn't have much faith in Cerberus intel. If you'd visit Ilium and pass it on to her as a gesture of goodwill, we'd appreciate it. That is another one of the DLCs. The major DLCs for this game were Zaid, which was included free when you bought the game. This was during the time period where EA was doing a thing where when you bought a new copy of the game, you got a download code for a couple of free DLCs, and like an access pass for the DLCs. So Zaid was included free with every purchased copy. If you bought the game used, you did not get Zaid, would have to pay extra for him. Kasumi is a DLC character and has her own mission to go along with it. And then as far as major story DLCs go, you had Operation Firewalker, which was included free with the game at launch, purchasable later. Lair of the Shadow Broker, which is focusing on Liara. It's you meet Liara in the game, but you don't do anything with her unless you own the DLC. Then you have Operation Project Overlord, I believe it's called. Operation Overlord, Project Overlord. Interesting look into Cerberus AI research. And the final one is Arrival, which is that mission that Admiral Hackett gave us. I believe Kelly told us Miranda wanted to talk to us, so let's go take care of that. I'll probably just do a quick loop around and just talk to all my major companions, see if any of them have any missions for me. Miranda?
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
My father was extremely wealthy. He wanted the ideal daughter, and he paid a great deal to genetically tailor me. When I learned that my father was more interested in controlling a dynasty than raising a daughter, I left.
How did your father take that?
He was less than pleased. Several of his security guards were injured in the process. He knows not to come after me. But this isn't about me. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
Ah, okay.
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Does the family know what's going on here?
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Okay.
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
How are you going to just tell a family, hi, I've never met you before, but you need to move? That's extremely unlikely. But yes, we'll help.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
Okay, so that is Miranda's loyalty mission. She wants us to
There's something different with tonight's meal. Seems like you put in more food and less ass.
Yeah, keep talking.
She's gonna need us to go take a look and make sure her sister's safe. We're gonna check on everybody else in the crew here, because now we're gonna start getting loyalty mission requests.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Oh, Garrus is still calibrating.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alright, well, you enjoy your calibrations, Garrus. AI core is still locked. All of these are still locked, so let's take a look in the basement. And then we'll go check in on Mordin and Jacob. The only person here, well, I guess two people. We have to worry about Jack and Grunt. Zaid does not give us a loyalty mission by talking to him. We already have it.
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
The hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships, anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this, picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info was floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. Your soft.
Ooh, that's a good point, Divination. Yeah.
Soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
Grunt. Yeah, I suppose it's entirely possible that Cerberus, could potentially own. Although I don't know. It feels like Miranda would want to keep them away from Cerberus.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Okay, so that's not his loyalty mission yet. But we're getting closer. I'm looking forward to his loyalty mission. One of the highlights of the game for me.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
Yeah.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so.
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
Yeah, alright, fair.
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
A space station. You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. So fuck you. And thanks for asking.
Sure thing, Jack. Anytime. I'm gonna go. Jack is a mess. Not a huge fan of her in this game, to be honest. She's good in 3. Mass Effect 2 Jack. There's a few of my henchmen in Mass Effect. Jacob wants to speak to me too. Good lord, everyone. There's a few of the Mass Effect 2 henchmen though that I'm like, the airlock's that way if you can see yourself out.
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
You'd like us to go take a look at the wreck? See if it's legit?
If the coordinates aren't too far out of our way, I could at least verify the wreck. Who knows, maybe there is actually someone out there. I want to also mention that I don't make a habit of looking for random SOS signals. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Huh.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the Elusive Man would let a direct operations stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
Jacob, I want to remind you, you are that bunch.
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it. Even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Alright.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
So we still need missions from Garrus, Grunt, and we'll check on Mordin here in just a second. I have a feeling Mordin's is not going to be available yet, but...
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Perhaps later. Trying to determine how Scale Itch got onto Normandy. Sexually transmitted disease only carried by Varen. Implications unpleasant. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Well, you take care of that for me, Mordin. I'm revoking shore leave for the entire ship.
No messages for you, Commander.
Thank you. So, that is all the bunch of loyalty missions picked up. Let's take a look at my journal real quick. Take a look at where we're at. We've got quite a few here now. We've got 3 new recruitments, Lair of the Shadow Broker, we've got several loyalty missions, and what are the DLCs? On assignments, we've got Arrival, apparently lives over here. A few of these, Overlord, Project Firewalker. Very good. Who passed that along to Jacob? We will get an answer to that. That is not left unanswered at all. Oh, or who brought the Varen disease on board the ship? That's probably more. Yeah, that's probably more important. I'm not gonna ask questions. What my crew gets up to in their free time is not my business. It is especially with some of the more recent additions to the crew, probably a very good idea. And you know what? We'll go and scan all this crap later. I'll go scan all these planets at some point. But let's go land on Ilium. This is our new little hub world, similar to Omega. Who do we want to bring along? I think we'll bring these guys. We shouldn't be doing any fighting, and I like having these guys along. So we'll bring Garrus and Mordin. Mordin, you probably got some upgrades. Yes, give me that and that. Thank you. Garrus is looking good. Shepard has some points he could spend. I'm gonna hang on to it for now until we get another point, and I can maybe upgrade one of these to max level.
Welcome to Nosastra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
Wonderful.
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nosastra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nosastra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
What can you tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the Terminus systems. At the same time, Ilium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Ilium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the Terminus systems.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Ilium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Ilium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a Terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Ilium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
Great.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
What is Liara doing here?
You said Liara was here? What's she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Customs records indicated just a car named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor. You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well.
Alright, so here we are looking for an Asari Justicar and an assassin. Oh, that's one of the ships that we were on in Mass Effect 1 all the time. Actually, so is that. One of those Kowloon freighters. That's neat. Yeah, this is a Asari world, kind of no rules. Everything goes as long as you report it properly. we're gonna go take a little poke around. I might... Trying to think how I want to do this. I might do the DLC as my next big thing. Liara's DLC. It's actually a really fun DLC.
Training employees only to lose them to your competitors? Perhaps Indentutech can help. The leading provider of cutting-edge indentured service, Indentutech can provide...
We'll just do a quick little tour of Ilium first, though. Wow.
We were always told that Ilium is one of the safest places in the galaxy, until you fell off the grid. Signed the wrong contract, join up with the wrong company, or walk down the wrong alley, and it's as dangerous as anywhere else. Don't let this place fool you. It's no safer here than Omega.
Also, Garrus, did you take your bandages off when you switched this armor? Like, I know you've got some... Oh no, you've still got them on. Okay, that's good. You probably shouldn't take those off.
"25. Cell at 25.
Excuse me, are you Commander Shepard? You're Commander Shepard? I saw your... I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere.
Oh, this is neat.
I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We burrow. We build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
I'm glad to hear that you're rebuilding. Are you somewhere close by?
The Rachni Queen is not here. That message is one of many memories I carry from her. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
Yeah, let's follow up on the Rachni a little bit.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
You obviously got off world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
Okay.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
And yes, I believe an Asari could have an offspring with Arachni. I don't see any reason they couldn't. From what we're told, the Asari can have offspring with pretty much anyone.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to. And her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
I mean, this is mildly unsettling.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni war was a mistake. Something soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like Mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni War?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend in Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
Okay, so yeah, a little bit of an update on how the Rachni are doing. We do see them again in Mass Effect 3. This is not the last time we've heard from them. And speaking of Noveria...
Holy crap, Shepard? I thought you were dead. Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeus.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Analeus?
He made the one mistake Noveria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer.
Nice.
What brings you to Ilium? You know, that you can talk about.
Yeah, we'll just go with I'm on a mission.
I'm working on a top-secret project. Mostly putting together a team and doing research right now.
Sounds vague. No offense taken. I've been undercover enough to know how it goes. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
What? Shepard had to leave. Target saw me, couldn't break cover. Asari merchant smuggling schematics from Noveria. Can you talk her into showing you good stuff? Okay.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high-quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Ilium.
Is everything here so expensive? I'd planned to drop a lot of credits today.
Really?
I'm outfitting a team for a dangerous mission. I need the best and I'm willing to pay for it. As long as you work with me.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
What kind of special items are we talking about?
Oh, you know, schematics, designs. Nothing illegal, but I may not have all the licenses to sell them.
Do you have anything else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Noveria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parasini, you set me up! But this isn't Noveria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to find you out of business.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematic she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. Ah, that was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute.
Well, I guess she's doing well. And we got a discount at their shop. So let's take a look at what we got here. I'm not going to buy anything yet. I've only got about 146,000 credits, so I don't want to bankrupt myself too quickly. This is double the time limit for bypass. I don't really need that. Metagel upgrade I am definitely going to buy immediately because that is always good. I believe Liara's offices are up here.
Are you a Quarian or Volus who is tired of being passed over for promotions because of discrimination against exos-wearing employees?
We'll hold off on Liara's office for just a minute. Take a look around to see what else we have on this little city station.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. The Sana Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all. Her mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it, I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope.
What's going on?
Excuse me, I'm on an important call.
Oh, okay. What have we got down here? Secretary...
Does living at a higher altitude make you more intelligent? Our report may surprise you. New data commissioned by the Architectural Union has noted a correlation.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business. I don't know.
Alright, let's keep looking around.
That's the whole point.
Oh.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Yeah, I've got a friend in Eclipse. She told me what I needed to get.
Good. I'm pretty good at bypass.
The store's over there. And don't get cute. The whole place is monitored.
I think I can get a discount here eventually. I don't have it yet. I'll buy the armor though, that's cheap enough.
Oh, blue rose of Ilium.
Oh dear God.
Let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tuchanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain turn your supple beauty into strength. For if our love is to survive, it must grow thorns to pierce the hand of any that would uproot it.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless. Which, I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
Why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me. Or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know. Because of the genophage.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy. Really smart. Especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
Look at him. He's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
There we go, we got a discount at the shop. We can get a fish and some more models. Yeah. Relationship advice from Shepard is questionable at best. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Also, what are you?
I'm telling you, relax. Vax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down.
Oh, right.
Some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody is ever going to see the extra merchant.
No, I haven't had any luck yet.
Oh.
She insists it was legal.
Oh, this is interesting too. This is another thing. Yes. Here we go. Also, who are you?
Nothing to declare? Move along.
We have another Mass Effect 1 throwback. This planet is just full of Mass Effect 1 throwbacks.
Shepard. I don't suppose you'd remember me. I'm Shiala. We met on Pharos during the Geth attack. Saren had given me to the Thorian creature as a slave, and you killed it. And saved me. I promised to help Zoo's Hope recover. I'm actually here on Ilium for just that purpose.
You weren't green when I last spoke to you.
How is Zoo's Hope doing?
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
Is it Exogeny pushing colonists around again, or did the Thorians somehow survive our fight?
No. Exogeny has been very supportive of Zoo's hope. They actually seem to want to help us survive, and the Thorian is dead. Though, after all you went through to kill it, I understand your concern. I fear that after our adventure on Pharos, my purpose on Ilium will seem mundane by comparison.
Is there something I can do to help?
I'd appreciate it. I've reached the limits of my diplomatic abilities, and I'd prefer not to start trouble. Some of the colonists had health problems as a result of the Thorian control. We hired a colonial survey group to do some medical scans. But the medical contract apparently allows the company to perform invasive procedures without our consent. That's why I'm here.
Why are you green?
Wait a minute. Shiala, you were only green when the Thorian made you a clone. The real you was blue, like normal Asari.
Those health problems I said were related to the Thorian control. This is mine. A few months after the Thorian died, my skin pigment changed. My biotic abilities are unstable as well. I'm also having vivid dreams about my time with the Thorian. It is disconcerting.
Okay.
Tell me more about the contract you signed for these scans.
Barrier Frontiers was interested in our problem. They offered to perform medical scans and deliver treatment for next to nothing. I should have known it was too good to be true, but we were desperate. In the fine print, we apparently agreed to let them perform invasive follow-up procedures if they deem it valuable. Which they have.
That's a problem.
What kind of health problems did the colonists have?
Headaches or muscle spasms similar to what they experienced while under Thorian control. Sometimes the colonists near another former Thorian victim shared sensations like heat or pain. It has to be a result of trace amounts of the Thorian's parasitic spores. You can see why we'd want it studied and cured.
I'll talk to the survey group.
I appreciate it, Shepard. The Barrier Frontiers representative knows about the issue.
Alright, let's go see what's going on here. Are you threatening my colony?
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Pharos signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
Why are you insisting on these tests? What use could they possibly be?
Their use is not your concern. A legal binding contract was signed. Nothing else matters. All of you. Humans, Salarians, Turians. You come to our planet, then complain that our laws don't suit you. The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
Great.
Why are you so prejudiced against aliens?
Where do I begin? With Salarian explorers unleashing the Rachni upon us, then unleashing the Krogan to correct their mistake? Or the Turians, so eager to bomb every problem away? Or humans, the new arrivals who already think they should be in charge? Every war that has plagued this galaxy has been caused by your people. My people's deaths are on your hands.
Whose deaths are we talking about exactly?
The mother of my daughters was killed on the Quarian homeworld during the initial Geth uprising. My daughters died on the Citadel when the Geth attacked. One worked in the embassy. The other was a greeter for the consort. I'm not speaking in hypotheticals, human. The aliens will never be my allies. The best they can do is give me useful medical data.
Why was your bondmate on the Quarian homeworld?
Studying the Quarians. Not their technology, but their music. She loved all their art. Said they had old souls. I think that's where my daughters got it from. Both of them loved talking with people, exploring new cultures.
They sound like wonderful people. The galaxy is lesser for their loss.
Yes, it is.
Do you think they'd want you to do this?
I'm not. I didn't. I'm sending an amended contract. No more tests, no fees. There's enough grief in this galaxy. I don't need to add to it.
It's those 12 points I put into speech back in Mass Effect 1, paying off. Ah, this is neat. So this place sells star charts, so I can buy these, and this is going to add clusters to my map. So next time I look at the galaxy map, I have 4 new star clusters available.
Did you get the star charts?
Yeah. I had to deal with Arinia, though.
You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I could have...
It's beautiful.
Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form? Isn't anything ever just fixed?
You've got the power to make a difference, Shiala. Not everyone does.
You're right. You gave us a chance by saving the colony. I can't let them down. I won't. Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
Did I just get asked out on a date? Mordin, Garrus, prep the ship. I need to get out of here.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring? That's horrible.
Alien News would like to offer a clarification of our special report on notorious assassin Thane Krios. While Alien News did credit Thane Krios' legendary skill to his Drell heritage, no offense to the Drell community was intended. Alien News does not encourage or tolerate prejudice against any sapient species. For any unintentional misstatements implying otherwise.
Oh, Thane. Thane's a cool person when we get to meet him, and he's a new alien. The aliens they added in this were, I guess, sort of the Batarians, although they were technically in one of the DLCs for Mass Effect 1. Fortunately, it's the DLC that's going to be included in the Legendary Edition, so we'll get a chance to see that. But the Batarians, the Vorcha, and the Drell are all new. Well, I guess, and the Collectors, if we're counting.
Yeah, you.
Hello?
You, Shepard.
What the hell?
What the hell was that for? I don't even know you.
Like you don't know. Your friend came into my bar, harassed my people, and tried to get the deed to the place. That crap might fly on Omega, but Ilium has laws. I've got security feeds all over my bar. If you or your group bothers my people again, I'll have you arrested so fast, you'll redshift on your way to the prison transport.
Unless you've got plans to freelance as a bartender, something's not right. We should check out this bar.
Okay, we're about to find out if my save file editing worked. Matter of fact, we're going to do a little thing here. I'm going to make a backup save here. I'm going to load whatever my most recent save is, 1132, right here. I'm going to make another backup save from before I talked to that Asari, because I believe that is the cutoff point. So yes, we're going to make another backup save right here. If this does not work for some reason, I will go back and re-edit this save file right here, save 7, to hopefully fix it. Okay. Now then,
Commander Shepard's squad mate, practically second in command.
Oh,
you
God.
don't wanna mess with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna save the galaxy. I don't have time for your crap.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Anybody messing with me will answer to my good friend, Commander Shepard.
Hey, if you know this idiot, can you rein him in before I slap his ass with a singularity?
Shepard? Is it really you? It's me, Conrad Werner. We met on the Citadel. I wanted to become a Spectre. You're alive. Oh, this is the happiest day of my life.
Oh god, shoot his foot.
Conrad, why are you acting like me?
Well, you were gone, right? And the galaxy still needed protecting. So I decided to finish what you started, in your honor.
Any decent security system will detect that you aren't in the military, much less part of my squad.
I just say that I'm deep cover and don't appear on systems. I'm doing the best I can, okay? You were a hero. You saved the galaxy and showed everyone what humanity could do. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
How did you get that armor?
Oh, they make some pretty convincing replicas these days, if you're willing to pay. Getting the whole getup was pretty expensive, but my wife was really supportive. She even paid for my shuttle fare off-world.
Oh, I agree with that bartender. Yeah, man.
Why were you trying to get the deed to this place?
This place is actually a front for a red sand dealer. I need to take it over to crack the ring.
What? Who the hell told you that?
The owner of that weapons store near the carport. She's an undercover cop. She told me about it when I introduced myself.
Listen, crap for brains. First, we don't sell red sand. Second, red sand is legal on Ilium. You just need a license.
I'll talk to this undercover cop and figure out what's going on.
Thank you. If I kill annoying customers, it usually causes property damage. That comes out of my pay.
Just let me know if you need any help, Shepard.
So, I don't know how to get this dialogue to pop up. I know it's in here somewhere, but I have no idea how you go about getting it to pop up. This bartender is Liara's other parent.
Thanks for taking care of that crazy guy. Saves me having to beat him to death with his own spine. That makes the other customers nervous. Anyway, this is Eternity, and I'm Athena, Asari matriarch and bartender. Get you anything?
You're an Asari matriarch? I thought matriarchs served as honored advisors.
Right. Which I do here at this bar. I know. Not what you'd expect. But nobody on Thessia wanted to listen to my wise counsel, so here I am. Dad was a Krogan who fought in the Rachni Wars. My mother fought in the Krogan rebellions. I've pretty much seen it all.
Your mother fought in the Krogan rebellions?
I don't know whether she fought. She scouted, sniped a few people, and blew up a couple of space stations. You know, commando stuff. She'd put the old commando leathers on for special nights with Dad. Goddess, that was embarrassing.
You said your father fought in the Rachni Wars.
Yeah, when he was young. Loved showing off his war scars. Krogan think they're sexy. Me, I go for asses. When I was a girl, he'd tell me about landing on this poison-filled world and stomping a Rachni queen into muck. Scientists say all that stuff about us getting genetic material from the father is crap. Seems like I got a bit of his mouth, though.
If your mother fought in the rebellions and your father was a Krogan, didn't that cause tension?
They didn't meet until a few hundred years after the Turians put the boot in with the damn Genophage. As far as either one knew, they were both just warriors. Dad boasted. Mom stayed quiet. Mom was a matriarch herself. Dad was near on 1,000 when the truth came out.
What happened when he found out?
I was about 100, shaking my ass in some sleazy bar. They got me on the link. Told me that they were gonna have it out, and made me promise to love whichever one survived. Turned out to be damn easy, since neither one did. Family, huh? What a kick in the quad.
Why is a matriarch in a bar serving drinks?
It's better than what most other matriarchs are doing.
Look at that screw-up with Saren and his Geth a few years back. Your ships were hanging bare-assed in space when Saren started shooting. If not for you humans, we would have bought it right there. And I warned him. Told people on Thessia what was coming, and they didn't want to hear it.
What didn't they want to hear?
That art and philosophy and political prowess wasn't gonna cut it. We can't go a single Asari lifetime without some big war breaking out. We need to get our daughters working earlier, not spending their wild maiden years stripping or in merc bands. When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass. So now, I serve drinks.
What's it like, living for nearly 1,000 years?
Violent. Wars break out. Colonies get destroyed. Sometimes you hear good news, like that colony on Pharaoh surviving. That's the exception, though. You find peace in whatever arms will hold you. Turian, Elcor, Hanar. Even had a pureblood daughter. I was the father. Didn't work out. And one day you wake up, your figure's gotten matriarchal, and everyone else is too young to remember how the Quarians looked inside those suits.
Thanks for telling me about that.
That's what I'm here for, babe. Catch you anything else?
Just looking around.
Right. Don't eat the nuts in the Red Bowls. They're for Turians and Quarians. You'll get cramps.
Good luck talking to the weapons merchant. Remember, she's a...
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go natural.
I'm telling you, this is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then I had to explain about cross-species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
Alright. Let's go talk to this lady. Figure out what's going on with Conrad. But yes, you can get a follow-up on that. In Mass Effect 3, if you followed up on everything correctly, I'll look up how to do that at some point. Her and Liara actually get to meet up, and they get to have a little conversation about it.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family.
So yeah, it's not just like a one-off little hint that's Liara's mom. There's an actual like confirmation. Like she mentions that she was married to Benezia or something.
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the Terminus systems.
This way. We want to go this way.
Everything's for sale. Either we tax and monitor it to keep some control, or the smugglers get a monopoly.
I recognize that armor. You're with that other guy, Werner, Commander Shepard's friend. Did you get me the deed to the bar? I need the deed to, stop the red sand dealers.
I softened up the bar owner, but you need to go in and finish them off.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You just need to close the deal. Go in, be tough, and let them know you're with me. They'll hand the deed right over.
Wow, great. Here, I'll set you up for a discount. Thanks for the help.
Alright, extra help. Extra health.
I'll take it.
Let's head on back and see how things turned out from that.
I don't know, that still sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there on the package.
Lovely your scalp looks. Mine is so gangly and asymmetrical. Want to know a secret? I had it done a few years.
So those two by the door there are having a conversation about some kind of horrendously addictive drug with like potentially lethal withdrawal symptoms. And the one is arguing that because it's all labeled on the package, that should be, that's fine because people know what they're getting into. Whereas the other one's saying that shouldn't be legally allowed. So it's an interesting debate. Also, it did work, because he doesn't mention, Conrad did not say that I shoved a gun in his face, and he will say that there.
Damn it, this is just a misunderstanding!
Tell it to the judge. My surveillance vids caught your extortion attempt from 4 different angles.
I was misled! I was told that you had agreed to sell!
Take her away, before I have my bartender throw her out.
Alright. Conrad?
What happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
She wasn't a cop. She was a deep cover operative from a terrorist cell. I'd never have found her if not for you.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Conrad. Now please go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
Oh, I can't be mean to Conrad. He means well. He really needs to get back home. Alright.
You deserve somebody who respects you.
What do I want to do next? Let's go do some planet scanning. Oh no, he'll be back. Don't you worry about Conrad. He'll be fine. Dear Lord God, he will be back. And I have done this correctly, I believe, to get a special cutscene in Mass Effect 3. If you complete all of the little side objectives in Mass Effect 1, you know, getting all the minerals and finding all the Turian colony insignia and the matriarch writings and all that little weird side collectible crap, and you do all the stuff with Conrad, and you keep him alive here, because you can actually die here. If you do everything correctly, there is a special cutscene in Mass Effect 3 if you've imported your save data forward all the way, and we should get that now. So, we've got to do some planet scanning, we've got a couple new star charts to take a look at, and I think we should start a DLC. I don't know which DLC. I'm thinking we could start messing around with Firewalker, which is the little fly around on the little rover thing. We could do Project Overlord, which is the horrendously depressing one. We could do Lair of the Shadow Broker, which is a really cool one. That's probably the most interesting one. It's also the longest. I don't think I'd be finishing that in one go. But yeah, those are the options we got right now. We could go pick up Kasumi. We could we got a lot of options now. This is the point where I would say this is kind of the peak of Mass Effect 2's... Oh, good lord, I'll learn how to use this control panel eventually. The peak of Mass Effect 2's gameplay. Like, right about here, once you finish that first story mission, you've just got a ton of stuff you can do. Like, this really feels like one big, giant, open, interconnected world. More so than one ever did. Also, I still haven't found the upgrade that lets me carry more fuel on my ship. Where the hell is that? Hold up. That's not right. Give me one moment here. Mass Effect 2 Normandy fuel upgrade. Where is it? Normandy SR2 upgrades. Oh! I see. It's the 2 people I can recruit on this planet. It is apparent. It's an upgrade that I get, so I don't think we've gotten any of these yet. If you talk to some of your crewmates occasionally and ask them about upgrades, they will tell you that they have an idea for how to improve the ship. We're going to need to do all of them. Not just for like completionist's sake, but because people die if you don't. When you get to that final mission, if you haven't upgraded your ship fully, it's not good. The fuel tank doesn't matter. You can skip the fuel tank if you're interested, if you're pressed for money or resources or whatever. But everything else. Oh.
We're just waiting on the weapons at this point. They'll never know what hit them. The Vorcha are hungry for battle. We're just waiting on the weapons.
The Vorcha are hungry for battle. High-powered communication relay on the planet. Communications match known blood-pack mercenary protocols. Concentration of Krogan and Vorcha signals are massed inside what appears to be a mining operation. Life signs detected. Unknown species. Advise caution. Unknown species. Screw it. We don't know what we're dealing with. We're gonna bring these boys. Looks good. Oh.
The fog on the planet's surface is interfering with your navigation. The nearby beacon towers may serve as a navigational contingency.
Oh, look at Grunt's helmet. Oh, that's very fancy. Also, his arms are still exposed. I guess Krogan are probably durable enough to take exposure to just about anything. Oh, that moss is very, very fancy. Okay.
Damn, what happened here?
That's a good question, Garrus. There's no, like, bodies or anything. Oh, never mind. Yes, there are. Stop chipping away at this node. There's nothing left here to mine. Move on to other sites now. Okay. We've powered up a beacon. Oh. Oh, I don't like this.
Toxic atmosphere. Stings a bit.
Alright, we're gonna need to keep a good mental map of what's going on here. Oh, it's those little bugs from Aspect 1. That is a much bigger bug. Nice. Okay, we got bugs. That beacon wants me to go that way. So I'm of course going to go this way. And look for more materials. Look, some platinum. Good lord, what would I have done if I hadn't found 400 platinum? Man, Garrus is over here looking all cool. Oh. Is there anything? Hostiles? Where? Ow. Okay, these bugs explode. Also, again, I have no idea where my team is. Okay, so this just loops around here. Oh no. Oh. maybe back up a little bit? Nope. Okay. Don't let him get close. That's a fair... That's a fair... Oh.
You got it. Impact shot.
Nice. I can't send things to space quite as much. Ah.
You got it. Behind you.
Like, I can still lift them, but they don't really, like, leave orbit to quite the same degree as they did in Mass Effect 1. Bit disappointing, really. Oh man, they just, like, disappear when they go into that fog. Anything down there? No? Try to keep your eyes open. Oh, there's a raw material over there. Let's go get that.
Time to fight.
Time to... pick it up. Nice. Good lord, they just keep getting that one little nick at me. Did we find anything else, guys? Oh, look at you. Attention all workers, evac shuttles are on the way. Anyone not at the gathering site when those shuttles arrive will be left here with those damned bugs.
Whatever fight happened here, it was recent.
What do we got? Vorcha? Wow. Big bug. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to meet the Thresher Maws again soon. They're not... Oh. Hello. So these big flying bugs, we're gonna see them again in Mass Effect 3.
Enemy!
What? Go away. Oh no 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 no.
Right.
Can I get a concussive shot?
Attacking target.
Okay. What else do we have around here? Unfortunately, these bugs aren't dropping ammo, which is a slight problem. I'm going to run out on the submachine gun relatively soon. Okay, follow this little light down here. You're kind of just following the light along. We're trying to get to that big communications tower, wherever that went. completely lost sight of it now.
Incoming!
Perfect. Grunt, where even are you guys? You have, like, left the planet. I think I see one of them there. Yeah, there's Garrus. I have no idea where Grunt is. Whatever, he's able to use his abilities, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
On my way.
Oh, there he is. Found him. Alright, so this tower's going right about to here, so we're gonna go right about to here first. See if we can see any. Yeah, there's a data pad over there, there's something over this way. Where are the resources? Our guy on Ilium can't keep the lights off forever. Okay, so there's an illegal mining operation going on. Yeah, where does this go?
Hostiles up ahead.
What? The hell? Crap, I don't have anything that can deal with armor other than me.
Found a target.
I'm taking fire.
This is a slight problem. Okay, new plan. We rush in. We do a biotic charge to close the gap. There you go. Sometimes being a Vanguard does pay off. Team?
On my way.
Oh, there you are. You guys definitely weren't there. That's fine, you can teleport. I won't tell anyone. Okay. I think we're getting to the end here. I hear gunfire. And a Vorcha. And a gunship.
Fire! Ahead!
Enemy charging!
Again charging! On the ground now!
Hostile engaged.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, we're gonna need a different plan to deal with that Krogan. Yeah, close combat with Krogan's not usually a good idea. That's fine. I will try to bait him then.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Oh. My shields are down.
There we go. Okay. Team?
Yeah.
On my way.
Robin, fight!
Wow.
Enemy Charlie! On the ground, now!
You got it. This should punch through their armor.
There we go. Alright. Krogan dealt with. There we go. I'm finally getting to the point that I can use charge and not just instantly die. Which is very helpful. It's one of my best abilities, and having it, you know, unusable for half this game is rough on insanity. Bingo. We've powered up our communications relay. I don't know why we wanted to do that. Okay, encountered unclassified hostile alien species, limited blood forces, got some experience, got some money, got some platinum. Very good. Kelly, anything going on?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Is it Conrad? Did somebody give Conrad my number? No. Good, good. We've scripted and analyzed the data you recovered from the planet Relay on Terith. Resources mined on Terith are being sent to Zada Ban, presumably for use in weapons manufacture. Bloodpack planning a large-scale invasion. Disrupting the operation on Zada Ban will go a long way toward delaying or preventing this invasion. Planet information: Zada Ban in the Zicha system of the Shrike Abyssal. Ah, so they want me to go to there and disrupt their operations. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to call it here pretty soon, but before we do that, let's take a look at what the new galaxy map looks like now that we have all these other systems located. I believe... Yes, we have a few more up here. Oh, we also got this one added, Rosetta Nebula for helping Jacob. The Pylos Nebula for save the crashing ship. Shadow Sea. The Hades Nexus. Where's the Shrike Abyssal? Ah, up here, destroy Bloodpack base. So yeah, galaxy map's getting a little more cluttered. It'll keep getting more cluttered as we go on. Minos Wasteland. As we clear out some of these quests and these markers disappear, it'll help quite a bit, but... Let's see if I can find like a picture of the most... Oh, this one down here. Viper Nebula. This is that DLC we're saving for the end of the game. Down at the very, very far kind of bottom of the galaxy. Also, I have to look. I feel like the Hades Nexus was one of the systems that we were able to explore in Mass Effect 1. Am I wrong? No, we were totally able to come here, just to different systems. Very good. Alright. Well, before we knock everybody in the Normandy unconscious, think we will call it a night. Or morning, whatever this is. Call it here for now. I'll probably be back again tonight. Work till midnight, get off then, probably pop on after I'm done, right around the same time. Well, I started a little earlier today, but that's, yeah, I'll be starting the same time I usually start. So, pick up a little bit more, do some of the quests, maybe try to recruit the companions first, that's probably a good idea. And then we can take a poke around at the DLCs, side missions, start scanning some more planets, do all of that stuff. Where are we at? Henchman. Yes. Oh, that was funny. When I did the save file editor, you can obviously go in with the save file editor and add or remove any companions you want from your team. You can just fill out the whole roster right away if you wanted to. And the tab in the save file editor is labeled the Henchman tab. So apparently Henchman is the official term. I've never heard that before this playthrough. I mean, I guess the pop-up has probably always been there and I've just ignored it, but Henchman is canon. But yes, I wanted to see where are we at. 12 hours and 6 minutes. Okay. I think my usual run through on this is around 40. So we're about a quarter of the way through. Might run a little longer because I have all the DLCs, maybe 50. But yeah, somewhere around a quarter of the way through at the moment. A lot of the loyalty missions are short compared to the recruitment missions and the story missions. But yeah, taking a break there. Thanks for joining.